welcome to the second video in this series. My name's Ed Carr, and this set of videos is called I Hope This Helps, and it's for solo guitar and vocal performers. In this video, we're going to incorporate the use of a loop pedal. The only real limit with a loop pedal is your imagination. It really depends what sounds you can make individually as to what you can loop, right? I mean, that sounds common sense, but my point is the way one person would use a loop pedal will differ from how another person will use a loop pedal. I've used one for many, many years, and I've got some basic do's and don'ts that I think might be useful. Before we get started with this video, please like my channel, Ed Carr Guitar, and if you'd like private tuition over Skype or Zoom or whichever, please get in touch with the details in the comments below. So loop pedals are very, very handy things as a solo performer. They can fill out your sound. You can add more rhythm. You can add extra parts that you couldn't play simultaneously. You can loop whatever sound you're making, really. As soon as you're looping a microphone, you could add percussion or vocal things or whatever. In this case, I'm just going to loop a guitar part. First things first, loops take practice, okay? The shorter the loop, the more chance you have of getting it to groove, okay? Saying that, if you loop a super short thing, it might hiccup a bit. In this case, we're going to do 2 bars, 2 measures for my American friends. What I'm hoping to get is to get it grooving and a seamless repeat. You have to really concentrate on your timing and the feel and try and get the loop smooth. The song I've chosen is a song called Weather With You, and that's by Crowded House. Okay, so here's the start of the song. Mount Pleasant Street. Well, it's the same room, but everything is different. You can find the street, but not the dream. But things ain't cooking in my kitchen. Strange affliction washes over me. Julius Caesar, the Roman Empire, couldn't conquer the blue sky. Okay, so you could see at the start of the song, before I played the chords, I just got my strumming hand going to make sure that it was the right tempo and it was feeling nice. And then I set up my short loop, 2 bars, E minor 7, A7. I then hit the button again to stop the loop, and then I listened to it. You need to check that it's grooving, because if you don't get the loop right at the start of the song, you're going to be fighting it for the entirety of the song, and then it's not adding anything to your performance, it's actually detracting. So the other disclaimer, the lead line I'm playing is approximate. It always is with me. I like to improvise. So vocally, I can hear I had a bit of a sore throat on this day. No excuses, that doesn't matter. It's an interesting song dynamically, this. It doesn't move that much, but it actually modulates. That means to change key. It's a really clever piece of songwriting. It changes through different key centers as it goes, and that seems to develop the arrangement nicely without me really playing much louder. So this is the key thing now. I have a looped section recorded. and I can access that at any time. I can switch it on or off. So I played my intro, I played the lead line, then I turned the loop off and I started singing the song. Now, if I slow down or speed up, when I turn that loop back on, we're going to have a discrepancy in tempos. So I can't say this with enough importance, really. You have to be conscious of your tempo when you're using loops. If you're going to keep one stored and be able to go back to it, you really have to work very hard to keep your groove and tempo the same so that you can add and subtract that loop section whenever you like. I don't think I did too bad on this one. I get to the end of that first verse and then I press the button and bring in the lead line again. It sounds pretty seamless to me. Sounds okay. Okay, so here's the next part of the song. We're going to have another verse and then into the chorus.
There's a small bowl made of china. It's going nowhere on the mantelpiece. But do I lie like a lounge room lizard? Or do I sing like a bird released? But everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you.
Last video I talked a lot about dynamics, and this is an instance where we had the verse and we've kept going. We've built in intensity and volume into our chorus, and now at the end of the chorus I want to reintroduce our loop section. Now this is the other thing you need to consider about your loop, is how much volume and how much intensity does your loop have. I started the song with the loop so it could have whatever it liked because it's the first thing you've heard. I'm now hoping that I can come from a loud chorus straight into that loop. Now, in this case, it does work. I stay in time, I click the loop on, great. What if it was a very quiet loop? You would experience a drop in dynamics there. That's something else to consider. When you record a loop, not only do you have to get in time, you need to be conscious of how loud and how busy your loop is. That needs to be considered when you're reintroducing it at future times in the arrangement. Now this time when I come into the lead section, the loop section after this chorus, because I am coming from quite a high point in the song, I really play the lead line quite almost aggressively. I've got a lot of purpose when I'm playing it this time. I also vary it up. I go up to a bit higher up the guitar neck because people have heard the melody before, so I just wanted to change it up a little bit there. So here's the final choruses.
Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. And everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. You take the weather with you.
So that was me playing right the way to the end of the song. So to summarize, this song could be played just fine without a loop pedal. I identified a short section in the song that if I made a loop, I would be able to change the texture and the timbre of the song. I saw a short section, 2 bars, E minor 7, A7, If I could get that looped, I knew I could reintroduce that throughout my arrangement to let me decorate with some lead playing. So the things to remember when using a loop pedal are timing and groove. Give the loop pedal at the start of your song your full attention and concentration. When you're in a crowded bar, I know certainly myself when I've had to do it, this is the point where I'm leaning over the stage monitors. I really want to hear what I'm playing, and I need to get the timing and the feel as solid as I possibly can. The next thing is the volume of what you've recorded. Now this can also come from how much you're playing, how regular your strumming is. You're filling space here. The more space you fill with your loop, the less space you have left to play over it. We also encountered a moment in this song where we were coming out of a chorus, which was a loud part of the song, and we had to put the loop in there. And we needed to know that the loop had enough volume to match that dynamic in the song. The longer the section that you loop, the more you have to concentrate. If you could imagine that I played a longer section, and as that section had gone on, I'd got a bit excited and I'd sped up. There'll be this gradual build in tempo and excitement, and then the loop will go back to the start, and that means that all leaves you, and it'll slow down and lose excitement. So all the way through your song, you're going to keep taking a step back every single time that loop goes round. I know this is common sense, but I've had it happen to me. When you're laying down the loop, you have to concentrate 100%. Now when you do record your loop, if you can and there's time, just listen to it live. Check it's good. It's worth doing rather than being surprised halfway through, you know. So there's some very, very basic common sense things. I'm sure to a lot of you, you'll just be saying, well, I already know this. In the next video, we're going to pick a song and we're going to use the loop as the majority of the song, not just one little section. And we'll be experimenting with adding and taking away different things on top of a loop that just keeps going and keeps going. So please subscribe to my channel. It's Ed2 Guitar, so you know that when the rest of these videos are going to appear. If you would like one-to-one tuition over Zoom or Skype, please get in touch. Information's in the comments below. As always, I hope this helps, and please go and enjoy your music, everybody. Thank you.